these new lap guides. I'm Corentin Guinez, test driver at Coach Academy. Today we're gonna go with the Aston Vantage GT4 around Road Atlanta for week 4 of the Falcon Tire GT4 challenge. As usual, first I'm gonna go with the hot lap, and then I'm gonna give some explanations about how I take the corners, where I'm braking, etc. So yeah, let's get started. Alright guys, we go for the lap. So as you maybe saw during the hot lap, I ran two different lines before the last corner. First, because if you go outside, you can carry more speed, so it's better, for example, for your quali. And then at the end of the lap, I run in the middle of the track to basically run short distance. So yeah, it's something that I prefer to do, and especially for the quali, because it can gives you like half a tenth, I think, which is more than good on a slow track like this, small track like this, sorry. And yeah, middle line is good because you don't put that much stress on the tires, especially in this corner. So I'm using all the curb on that one, and then of course I end on this curb. So we will go for the lap. I stay with 5th gear until turn 1. No need to put 6, I think it's just no need. I'm braking at this point where the grass ends, and I'm gonna go with 5th gear. I'm gonna downshift to 4th just before the corner, still on the brakes. And at this point I'm gonna go back on power because you just need to carry a lot of speed on this one. You can lose quite a lot of times if you don't carry enough speed. So there I'm with 4th gear. I'm gonna try to exit like there and not too wide, because if you go on the curb, most of the time you will spin and go to the right, so you're gonna hit the wall. And also because you have to set up your turn 2. So don't too force on this one as well. At this point I'm starting to... I will just release the throttle and use all the curb on the left, starting to brake as well. And this one is a bit tricky because you cannot see the apex, as you can see. So I'm just using the curb, the one on the one I'm using right now. And I'm gonna use the end of this curb to start turn right. So basically when I cannot see the curb anymore, I'm gonna start to turn to the right. So still with 4th gear, using all the curb on the inside. Do not go with your left wheels because then you're gonna get the off track, not the slowdown, the off track. Then I will just move on this curb now. I will stay all the way on this curb, 4th gear. And I'm gonna try to exit off this one, not too wide because I have to set up the next corner. So at this point it's really good. Full throttle there, no need to lift, it's flat out. Using the curb on the inside, then using the curb and a bit of grass as well on this one, like this. And this one is really important because you want, of course, to brake as late as you can, but you have to think that the exit is quite tight as well. It's really bumpy, so the more wide you go, the more bumpy it's gonna be. So I prefer to brake a bit earlier for this one to prepare and have a good exit. So I'm gonna brake like at this point. I'm not using all the curb because it's quite bumpy with the Aston, so I'm gonna use like half of the curb, I would say. And when I reach the end of the curb, I'm gonna turn to the left, using a bit of curb on the inside, still with 4th gear. And then I'm gonna try to reach this part of the curb, not too wide, because then, like I said, you can get also the off track, and then it's gonna go really, really bumpy. So there we go for the next corner. This one with 4th gear as well. Most of the corners are with 4th gear because 3rd is too low. 3rd is good for the 90 degrees corner. I'm gonna brake at this point. Oh, maybe a bit before. Yeah, I'm braking. I'm using the line, which is just in front of the windshield. So I'm using this line to brake. So down to 4th gear. This corner is on camber, so it's really good. Still on the brakes, and I'm gonna go on throttle really early to use the camber of the corner. So go back on power there to have the rotation, and I'm gonna exit the corner on the curb. As soon as I hit the curb, I hit the brakes as well. Don't need to just brake too late because you're gonna miss the apex, and then you have that long straight, which is at the end one of the biggest overtake opportunity, that's for sure. So down to 3rd gear, the only time you're gonna use 3rd, and with the chicane as well at the end. So 3rd gear there, using all the curb on the inside. And on the exit, it's really important to put as fast as you can the wheel straight to have the best exit possible and to avoid wheel spin, of course, to not lose any speed in the straight. And now we have that huge straight, that huge back straight, which is the best overtake opportunity of this track, that's for sure. I would say on all the way to the right of the track. And now we approach the best overtake opportunity, a huge braking zone, really important part of the track. I'm gonna use the 100-meter board and the first white line on the track. I'm gonna brake between those two, actually. So down to 3rd gear, when you reach the apex, you can use a bit of this this curb on the right to set up a bit your exit. So still on the brakes at this point. As you can see the tire mark on the grass. So I'm going a bit on the grass. It's fine, but do not go too deep on the grass because then you're gonna get the off track. So I'm using a bit of grass, still on power at this point, a bit of power, and then you just prepare your exit for this one. Really important, using a bit of curb on the inside, and like before the straight, try to put your wheel straight as fast as you can to avoid TC, because TC is really bad on the GT4, to be honest. And then you use all the track on the outside. And like I said before we start the lap, just use the middle line. For me, it's the best option, especially if you're on the fast lap, because you just run a short distance instead of going this wide. It's not really useful actually because you can make the corner anyway, so no point to really go wide actually. It's Alpha 10, so it's definitely worth it. And then you use all the curb on the inside and the curb on the outside, and that's it for the lap around Road Atlanta with the Vantage GT4, guys. Alright guys, that's it for today for the lap guide around Road Atlanta with the Vantage GT4. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned a bit from it as well. Don't forget to like the video as well as subscribe to the channel, and you can join the Discord server if you have any questions. Feel free to join. And yeah, see you next time for a next lap guide. See you guys, bye bye.